Coming up on the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show.
I saw her just so angry.
I had locked myself in the bedroom.
Unfortunately, Aspen ended on a very, very bad note. The last night, something happened, actually off camera.
I was like, let's get out of here, and like, let's take Kathy with us. Like, she's pissed about something.
She was very riled up. She was very heated.
Kathy was f***ing raging. I don't even know who that person was.
She was upset that Kyle wasn't getting up and leaving, and so there was an exchange between the two of them.
I knew there was a lot of stuff brewing, but I didn't want to get involved in it.
If I can be torn apart, earrings and widows, Kathy has to own her too.
God, I can't believe I'm talking about this.
The Real Housewives of Beverly Hills after show starts now.
Can you walk us through what happened that last night in Aspen?
Unfortunately, Aspen ended on a very, very bad note.
I saw her just so angry.
I had locked myself in the bedroom.
The last night, something happened, actually off camera.
Kathy was f***ing raging. I don't even know who that person was.
God, I can't believe I'm talking about this.
If I can be torn apart, earrings and widows, Kathy has to own her too.
People don't realize how long these days are. You're going nonstop, you're changing, you're moving, people are fighting.
In front of me here right now, and Kyle doesn't do it.
My margarita, thank you.
I am pissed off.
Emotions are running high, and this last night, you know, just sort of like wrapping it up of everything that had happened and just wanting to go and just kind of wind down. So I invited everybody to this private club that we belong to, and we had just arrived to this place, and my sister wanted me to leave. And I basically said, I can't. My guests aren't even here yet, is basically what happened, and that sparked everything.
She was very riled up. She was very heated. Obviously, her sister, somebody that she's had a somewhat contentious relationship with in the past, she was upset that Kyle wasn't getting up and leaving, and so there was an exchange between the two of them.
And I think being the younger sister, you know, sometimes, you know, the older sisters would be like, kind of, do this or do that. And I was like, what? No, like, you know, I'm an adult and I can't have someone barking orders at me at my age, at my stage of my life. And as much as I, you know, love her, I was like, what do you mean? I just got here. So that's sort of what sparked it. And then after that, it was off and running.
Can't even repeat what she said last
By the
night.
way, we get back to Kyle's house, and it's just the two of us. And she's pounding the walls, and she's screaming, she made Kyle. Kathy's responsible for Kyle. And she said, I will destroy Kyle and her family if it's the last thing I ever do.
How did Rinna end up back at the house alone with Kathy?
Kathy wanted the whole group to follow her, in support of her, and leave the club.
So I was like, let's get out of here, and like, let's take Kathy with us. Like, she's pissed about something. And then I was looking for the guy who was with us who had my coat check, and I couldn't find my coat.
All of us had checked our jackets. All of us, with the exception of Lisa. Somehow Lisa managed to get into this club with her jacket. None of us could, but Lisa managed to.
Rinna and Kathy were already in the car, so she was texting me, where are you? I'm like, I cannot find this guy. I'm like running around in circles. So I said, just go. And she's like, okay. She's like, are you okay? I'm like, I'll see you in the morning. Like, it's fine. So that's what happened.
I mean, I can't speak for Kathy, but I think she just was not in a good mood to begin with, and things weren't really going her way.
Nikki and James are investors. I'm an investor. I'd like you guys to
This is where it's tricky when it's family, you know? Because even though you're sisters and you get mad and you say things, it's hurtful, you know? It's like, you're my big sister. How could you say those things about me if you love me so much? Family's complicated, and family on television is really complicated.
What happened after Kathy and Rinna left the club?
Well, there definitely was something that happened that affected my relationship with my sister.
Kathy starts screaming, and she said, I will destroy Kyle and her family if it's the last thing I ever do.
Kathy and Lisa were both staying at my house, so they went back to my house after this argument, and that's when the stuff happened between the two of them, the things that Kathy was saying to Lisa Rinna.
I've known of Kathy for 30 years. This is this polished, loving mother socialite, a pillar of society. And to hear all these things coming out of her mouth, I can't believe you'd think it, feel it, or say it about your own family.
It was basically about me not doing what she wanted me to do. That sort of sparked an argument, and she was upset with me, so she said things about me, and then Lisa was texting them to Erica, and then I was seeing, you know, some of the text messages. I'm hearing about what's going on, I'm thinking, well, I don't even want to go back to my own house. Now I'm really not going home. So I just kind of like stayed, and I was with the rest of the girls. I was with Sutton and Crystal and Diana and Erica, myself, and Dorit was there, so we all stayed. And then when I got home that night, everyone was sleeping, it was quiet, and I was like, yay, made a beeline to my bedroom. And then in the morning, it was like tiptoeing, coming out, like, is it safe to come get my coffee? What's going on out here? But then Kathy just opted not to fly back with us.
So why is Kathy not here?
Has anyone checked her ass?
We tried to go in her room, it was pitch dark, sleeping, and then she had text saying, I'm not flying back on the plane.
She opted not to fly back on the plane that I had chartered. So she stayed, and then that's where that text that everyone knows about, well, not text, her Instagram comment about get me out of here. She thinks Instagram comments are like text messages, so she wrote to her husband, get me out of here. It was terrible, just because, you know, I've already gone through enough stuff with my sister Kim.
After everything that I have done for you, everything I've done for you, I'm always there for you.
Everything you've done for me?
Yeah, everything I've done for you.
Stop right now. Stop. You are a liar and second, an alcoholic.
It was so complicated, and I was really excited to have Kathy, you know, join and be a part of this and have this experience together, especially after everything we've gone through in the last, 10 years.
As American woman, it's not like it was before. We did everything together, talk every single day, 10 times a day, something like that.
I was just sort of like, oh, no, I don't want this to be going in this direction. It's too painful for me. So much for my happy place. No, it's still my happy place. Just want to be clear about that, but that was not a happy time at all.